Hello everyone, my name is Master Sermon and welcome back for more Let's Play Ratchet and Clank Going Commando! Welcome to the bonus extras video of this Let's Play. Last time we finished up the main game. We restored peace to the galaxy and time traveled back to before we restored peace to the galaxy. There's surprisingly not a lot we really have to go through, I guess, but yeah, there's kind of just a little bit left that we can kind of discuss right now. Yeah, so going through, kind of looking at this planet here, we're kind of going to be talking about a few quick things here, most notably skill points, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of New Game Plus, and then go over all the weapons in the game. So, yeah. Alright, so when discussing skill points in the game, there's actually quite a few we got, and quite a few we didn't. We have 9 out of the 30 here. Maybe at some point in a future stream or something, I might try and go after some of these, but I'll be focusing on that at a later on point, I think. But it would be something I think interesting to go after in a little bit of a later on point. But yeah, so I'll be talking about some of these here today, starting with Prehistoric Rampage. This one is the I'm just going to be going down from here because this is the start of the list I have here. Oh, this isn't even in any particular order here, so this is going to be even more fun to go through. Prehistoric Rampage is earned by shooting down 4 pterodactyls in the skies, just above planet Uzla here. Some of these are really easy to get, so again, I think we got most of the really difficult ones out of the way. Vandalize, I believe that one is for, yeah, that's for destroying all the breakables in that level. Smash and Grab on planet Uzla, that is for destroying a bunch of breakables. We got these two here. The Wrench Ninja 2 Massacre, I believe this one is for, okay, that's for getting all the way to defeating all the normal enemies on the planet with only using the wrench. Not including the game or not. To be or not to be hit, that's for killing 2B from Nier Automata. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's for killing the B2 Brawler without being hit. The Bye Bye Birdies, I believe that is for killing 12 of the docile birds found on planet Joba. They're not really deadly things, they're just little birdies that are kind of in the background. Destroy all the breakables on planet Endako, that sounds pretty self-explanatory. Try not to sleep. Oh, that's try to sleep, not try not to sleep. Earned by morphing 16 mutant test squirrels into sheep with the Sheepinator. I guess that makes sense, because that's where you get the Sheepinator, so Nano to the max, I believe that's for all the nanotech upgrades in the game, which is something that we would be going over at a, probably just, we would have to play through the game on New Game Plus to get that, if I had to assume. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna require grinding for that one. Robo Rampage on planet Dabo, that is for destroying all the buildings as Giant Clank. So yeah, destroying all the robots in the Giant Clank fight, or the buildings in the Giant Clank fight. That's totally what we want to do. Clank needs a new pair of shoes. I think that's for winning jackpot in one of the machines in the Mactar Resort. You know, totally the most enjoyable thing that I would love to go through. Weapon Envy is earned by all weapons and upgrades. We'll be going over more of that in this video here. Maybe in retrospect, I might not go for a stream of all these. Maybe I might do some of them and then do some on my other account, because I do have an account that has every weapon in it. Safety Deposit on planet Damasul, that is protecting all the robot civilians in the downtown bank, destroying all the enemies, namely the protobets in the bank, without any of them dying. You're most likely just going to want to plasma storm everything in that case. Operate Heavy Machinery is destroying 10 enemies with the crane. Nice Ride, I think that's for upgrading your ship to the max. I believe that sounds about right. Again, that requires a lot of grinding for Rartanium. That's not necessarily hard to do, but yeah. Yep, that is for that. Win the Impossible Challenge, we got that. Wrench Ninja, Blade to Blade. That's for beating Chainblade using just a wrench. I am so friggin' relieved we do not have to do that. Or that. That's gotten for riding a grind rail in that planet without taking any damage. That one can be a little bit tricky at times. Dukes Up, that one's kind of obnoxious. That's for beating the giant robot fight with only using physical punches. You're My Hero is for protecting all the robot civilians from the squirrels in there. Moving Violation, that is just for destroying ships in the sky of that one. Old School, a song by Headley for... Okay, I don't know why I'm randomly referencing that now. That's for defeating all the enemies in the testing facility, both in both the outside path and the path inside. Using weapons from only the original Ratchet and Clank, including the Omni Wrench, the Bomb Glove, the Decoy Glove, the Tesla Claw, and the Visbomb Gun, and the Walloper. And most of those weapons are garbage, so let that sink in for a minute. Prehistoric Ramp, and that's basically everything there. Easy enough for me to understand that. Let's kind of just head back to the final boss, I guess. Because we have a convenient teleporter back here. And we've seen us go through this before, so I think I'll meet you guys back here at the end of this, because, yeah, we're just going to be taking care of this again really quickly here. It's a very easy fight. I'm just going to say straight up, make sure you have a backup save here. I believe I do. Yes, I do in fact have a backup save here. So I recommend having a backup save. I still think this game's really worth replaying. I really do. But, yeah. Let's enter challenge mode here. Challenge mode is a New Game Plus feature. You keep pretty much all your weapons. You do not keep your gadgets or anything, because those are actually tied to story progression. You keep most of your stuff. I think you keep your armor upgrades. Don't keep the wrench upgrades again, because those are actually tied to the story. But, yeah.
Ratchet reporting.
Let me head through this place here. As you see here, we're starting with our Heavy Lancer fully upgraded, but if we go into our Quick Select, our Nanotech's also fully upgraded. As you see, we have pretty much all our main weapons here. So, I'm just going to equip some of the crappier ones along with some of our better ones here. This could actually make playing through certain things a little bit easier, because we do have access to some weapons we wouldn't have had previously. But there's a lot more to this mode than meets the eye here. For one thing, well, a couple of things. We'll mostly see it whenever we get out of this tutorial area here. But starting off here, you may notice we have a bolt multiplier in our corner here. The more enemies you kill, the more that goes up until you take damage. I believe you can go up to times 20, and this is going to be your primary way of getting bolts in this game. And unlike Ratchet and Clank 1, I think this is a really great thing, because I see myself replaying this game a heck of a lot more than any time I ever replayed Ratchet and Clank 1. Yep, number of your bolt counts multiplier whenever you kill enemies. The multiplier increases as you kill enemies, but it'll reset to 1 if you get hit. The higher the bolt multiplier, the more enemies must be killed to increase it. The multiplier maxes out at 20. Basically everything I just said, but yeah. So, you might be asking yourself, besides getting all the rest of the upgrades, is there really a whole lot of purpose for playing through the rest of this mode? There is, but at the same time, I'd say there kind of just is, in the sole sense that this is just a really friggin' fun game. I've gone through my thoughts on it before, but it can also just be really cathartic if there was something that gave you trouble and you wanted to replay it with having some of the strongest weapons in the game. It's really, really just kind of cathartic how much that can go through. Like, let's just go through the rest of this using our strongest weapons here. For one thing, these enemies are slightly stronger. As you see, they survived all those. They survived a blast from the Plasma Storm, which most enemies do not survive this weapon very well, so that's saying something. As you saw, not being hit from that whole first area, I had a 14 times multiplier by the end of it. You get insane amount of bolt rewards, but you'll soon see why we end up getting so many bolts here. Because once we get to Planet Uzla here, I want to show one thing off. Actually, I'm curious if the skill points carry over. That's something I think, yes, they do. Okay. So, the second we land here, though, check it out. Mega Blitz Cannon, Mega Tetra Bomb Gun, Mega HK-22 Gun, Mega Vaporizer, Mega Multi-Star, Mega Walloper. We can now just buy the Rhino 2, which is also 1,000,000 bolts, the Mega Zodiac, Mega Tesla Claw, Mega Decoy, Mega Visibomb, Mega Bomb Glove, the Clank Zapper, which is a brand new weapon that we're not able to afford. There's a ton of things in this area here. Mega Plasma Storm, Mega Meteor Gun, Mega Heavy Lancer, Mega Killinoid. As you see, all of these items cost a fortune. So it'd be very, very convenient if I just so happen to have a save file that has all these upgrades and fully upgrade, because once you buy these items, they can be upgraded again. So basically, we currently have what's effectively the level 2 variants of all these weapons, which is more than you really need for a lot of things, but most weapons go up to level 4. So yeah, and the Sheepinator and Spiderbot Glove have their own, like, level ups as well. It's basically just ways of getting stronger versions of these weapons here. Nothing super outrageous, but I figured you guys would want to see this. Do we keep the Bolt Destroy the... I guess we must. That's actually... Oh, we keep the Oh, that's... I didn't realize we kept the charge boots as well. Oh my god, that is so beautiful. So beautiful. I thought we kept the... we also keep all the mods we would have for any of our weapons as well, but I don't... Do we keep the platinum... Or, yeah, the platinum bolts. We do have a first-person mode. I've never seen this before, actually. I don't think. I've never seen this before, actually. I didn't even know Ratchet and Clank 2 could be played in a first-person mode. I don't know why anyone would do that, but that is a thing you can do. So, yeah, I guess we have the bolt breaker, given that bolts were, like, flying in, or the box breaker, but yeah, so... Anyways, I'm gonna meet you guys on my other save file, because there's a lot of things on there that I want to show off, so... Let's cut. So, one thing I kind of want to bring attention to, on the file select screen, we can actually see how many times we've cleared through challenge mode, and just kind of, like, how many times we've played through, like, some of these, like, things. Like, this is a save file here from however long ago. I think this was near the end of a challenge mode run at some point. This is going to be the file I'll look at here, because this would have been the most recent one I played through, but... Let's take a look at our weaponry. Because, for one thing, we have a fully decked out ship here. I believe this is a fully decked out ship here. I seem to remember going after all the ship upgrades here, but I can do a ship mission if I want to show that off. Right, I forgot the last time I played this game I was using a cheat for the snowman. Forgot about that. Let's turn that off here. Let's turn the snow dude cheat off here. There we go. This is what Ratchet with the fully upgraded armor looks like here. And let's see what our weapons look like. Because, oh yes, we have a lot of weapons to go through here. So yeah, this is pretty much every weapon fully upgraded. I'll even go to the vendor here to show us off here. Most of the weapons show up in blue here. I think the only one that doesn't is the Ratchet 1 weapons and the Clank Shocker. And the Rhino 2 and the Zodiac don't have any upgrades, unfortunately, but honestly, they don't really need that. So, I'll just show off some enemies here. I don't know if this is really the best planet for, and god damn, this stupid controller has reverse settings on it. Let's show off this on... Let's just go to... Maktar Resort. I think there's a fair number of enemies in this place here. I guess there are a fair number of enemies in, like, the second half of that level, but, whatever. I realized I didn't really show all the fully upgraded weapons in Ratchet and Clank. Well, actually, yes, I did now that I think about it, because Ratchet and Clank 1 didn't really have a whole lot of fully upgraded weapons in it, but... And, okay. Who thought this was a good freaking idea? Hold on. There we go. Okay, now my camera's actually working. So yeah, the Heavy Lancer kind of... Most of the weapons are functionally going to be the same as they were before, but, you know... Our Heavy Lancer with shock mods pretty powerful here. Ultra Mini Nuke here. Very, very, very powerful. Ultra Mini Star. All these are going to be called Ultra... whatever their upgraded forms were. This is still a pretty good weapon for what it is. The Ultra HK22 gun. Mild flashing light warning with that one, but still otherwise a pretty solid weapon here. The Ultra Vaporizer. Pretty damn nice as a sniper here. The Ultra Mega Turret, we've seen that weapon a fair bit of times. Let's head to the arena, actually, now that I think about it, because I think that would be a good spot to go to. And do I not have the dash boots in this? Or they just weren't equipped. That would explain it. Alright, so the Ultra Mega Turret Glove is pretty much as badass as it's always been. The Ultra Blitz Cannon, I mean, just look at this. This is such a overpowered weapon. We have the Ultra Tesla Barrier, same as before, but it's all still just awesome. We have the Ultra Kilinoids, because we need more of those. Ultra Meteor Gun. Again, these don't really change aesthetics, unfortunately. For the most part, I believe they are just the same as the regular versions, but they are still really cool weapons that are definitely worth mentioning. We have the Ultra Heavy Bouncer. We have the Ultra Mega Rocket. This thing is such a good weapon. It's not even funny or anything. We have the Ultra Plasma Storm. I still think this is the best regular weapon in the game. Like, you don't even need to try when you have the Plasma Storm. It kills anything nearby in only a short few hits. And as you saw, our ammo skyrocketed. This is also not our first time fighting Chainblade, and we're getting 40,000 bolts for this, so keep that in mind here. Like, look at how easy Chainblade's gonna be with this. Again, there is a skill point for doing this guy with just the wrench here, but, like, look at this. Yeah, I lost my bolt combo here, but, I mean, that's not gonna matter when... And that's not even the only real, like, good weapon here, because we still have yet to see some of the other ridiculous things we have in this. The Ultra Tetra Bomb gun, this thing is... Okay, come on, drop down here, buddy, please. Yeah, that hit him in like 4 hits there. That killed Chainblade in only a couple of hits there. The Ultra Tank Bot Glove, this is an interesting one that I never really got a chance to go over. Spider Bot Glove is an interesting little mine thing. It reminds me a lot of the Clockwork Eggs from Banjo-Kazooie in a sense. But this thing, we can actually control it whenever it's upgraded, and it has a gun on it, which is very, very nice. It's definitely a unique weapon. We don't really get a whole lot of weapons like this in a lot of the Ratchet and Clank games. I mean, usually most games tend to have something like it, but yeah, it's a neat little gun, but it kind of takes a little bit till it actually becomes good. battle the B2 Brawler. If we're going to be fighting the big guy, we should use the Zodiac, which we have not used at all in this playthrough. Zodiac doesn't really work that well in this situation. Can that actually do well there? Wow, that kind of sucks. But let's try the Rhino 2, because this is a weapon that does not suck. Rhino 2, it's a little bit different than the Rhino 1 was. The Rhino 1, if you remember, shot like 9 rockets off at once. The Rhino 2 is kind of more of like mini rocket cannon, but just a hell of a lot faster. And probably a hell of a lot stronger, like... And the fact this is like an automatic type weapon. Look at this! Look at that! Tell me this is not an overpowered weapon! Like, the Zodiac, I honestly don't really see much use of. It's essentially a green nuke, but there's not really a lot you can kind of get from that, but... Like, I'm gonna fight B2 Brawler again just to show you how ridiculous this weapon is, because I did not give that a good, accurate, fair chance in the last time. Okay, if you could actually drop down here. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if that would I feel like I would have gotten the skill point for that already, but... Yeah, Rhino 2 is such a good weapon. Such a good weapon. And lastly, I think that just kind of leaves some of the other more novelty weapons that we have here. The Black Sheepinator is what it sounds like, but slightly stronger. It creates Baba Black Sheeps here this time. This actually isn't that bad of a weapon. I mean, it takes a while to get this good, but it's not too bad, I gotta honestly say. I think this is actually a pretty decent weapon here. The Ratchet and Clank 1 weapons still kinda suck, I gotta be honest, even in the Mega forms. Mega Tesla Claw looks about the same as the Golden Tesla Claw in the old game. Mega Bomb Glove. This thing just has such a weird arc. I don't get the Bomb Glove when compared to, like, the Mini Nuke, because, like, the mini bomb glove and the mini nuke just feel like they blow up almost instantaneous, and this thing is really kind of slow moving in a weird sense. Like, let me describe what I mean here. Do I have that equipped? Yeah, like, let's compare. Like, that's so much faster and does so much more damage compared to that. Like, I don't see why people would want to use the Mega Bomb Glove over the Mini Nuke. Mega Walloper, I don't see much point in this weapon at all. It took like 5 hits to kill that guy. Took 2 with the wrench. I don't get that at all. The Mega Visibomb Gun, this is going to be awkward to use here, but Visibomb Gun's a pretty good weapon, all things considered. It's basically like a movable... It doesn't feel like it was designed with this game in mind, though. Like, it's great in Ratchet and Clank 1, and I could see maybe some uses, like shooting down ships or something, but again, it just doesn't really have much use in this. The Mega Decoy Glove, which is updated to have the Ratchet 2 design here, I gotta say, which isn't too bad. And the Clank Shocker. This is a strange weapon, because it basically will just sort of zap enemies nearby. It does use up ammo, I believe, yeah. It's not an inherently terrible weapon, and it can be kind of useful with, like, pairing with other things if you want to use the shield or whatever, but honestly, okay, if you have the Tesla barrier, that's great too, but this is a better thing that's effectively the same, like, concept, and the Clank Shocker, I think the Clank Shocker will be stronger, and stacking them is pretty cool, but... yeah, again, I don't see there's really much practicality between the Clank Zapper and this, honestly, if I'm being honest. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for the weapons in this game. There's a healthy selection. I gotta say, the weapons are so much better in this game than they are in Ratchet and Clank 1. It's so, like, I've said my praise before. Even the early game stuff is not that bad. The Heavy Lancer's kind of generic, I guess, but it's pretty good early on. The Mini Nuke is really powerful if you just want to get rid of groups of enemies. The Multi-Star is great for just multi-hits. The Ultra HK-22 gun is pretty powerful, but again, I don't really use it too much just because it's kind of hard in the eyes in a weird way. It's like, I feel kind of awkward using it. The Tesla barrier is beautiful. The Ultra Blitz gun is like the best shotgun we've seen in this kind of series so far. The Ultra Mega Turret is beautiful. The Vaporizer, I don't even use this a lot because Ratchet and Clank doesn't really feel like it's designed with a sniper in mind, but it's a great weapon in its own right. The Ultra Killinoid is incredible. The Meteor Gun is pretty good, although I kind of like it better as the Lava Gun, if I may be honest, in a way. The Heavy Bouncer is great for clearing out groups of enemies. The Mega Rocket's beautiful. The Plasma Storm just tears enemies apart. The Tetra Bomb Gun is super powerful. Like, I gotta say, this game has a fantastic selection of weapons. Like, it's like more than I could give praise for any other, like, definitely compared to the first game, I can give my praises a lot more for this game than I can with a lot more with this game than I can with Ratchet and Clank 1. And yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. That's gonna do it for this Let's Play. I've had a lot of fun playing this game. This is one of my favorite platformers for a reason. I always heard nothing but great things about this game, and it really did not disappoint me whenever I actually got down to playing it. Like, this, I'm already, like, I'm a sucker for just kind of, like, the whole space, sci-fi, action genre in general. It's probably why I really like games like Metroid and Star Fox so much. But this is a game that, like, it fits that mold so well and so to a T that it kind of just instantly became, like, a superbalist favorite. I didn't really show off the extra space thing, so we'll do a mission in this here, because we didn't really do anything here yet, and it's, yeah, I didn't really get a chance to show off our fully decked out ship, although there's not really a whole lot to really kind of go over. We do just kind of some different sub-weapons here, though, that I never really used because we don't really need to. Yeah, we have homing torpedoes here. I believe we have, yeah, okay, we have torpedoes, mines, and missiles here. I think these can also upgrade as well. Maybe I didn't fully upgrade these, but honestly, you don't really need to in its own sense, because fully upgrading these isn't really, like, a super... I barely upgraded my ship at all, and I really didn't need to, because I don't find these missions very difficult. Like, the most difficult missions in these by far are the Ace Bunyan missions, and those are not combat-based. They're just racing through rings, so those are just more, like, learning courses and trying not to go through things. And honestly, they're things that I always think are harder than they are, because, like, I've died a couple of times in those missions, but they're not that bad, honestly. They're pretty basic, all things considered. So, yeah. Okay, what the... Oh, there we go. I was like, wait, what button brings up the things here? But yeah, I forgot it's triangle like every other weapon selector in the thing. But yeah, we also have a thing that upgrades, or that locks on faster. I'm surprised I didn't instantly die there, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for Ratchet and Clank here. I haven't really shown the torpedoes off here. I think these are essentially just missiles, but like more so, if I remember right. Like, if I do decide to ever do like another sort of live stream series of going after all the skill points, I might, but honestly, when I realized that, like, some of them are going to require playing through New Game Plus, maybe I might just see how many I'm missing on this playthrough, or this, like, save file here. In fact, yeah, let's do that. just head here and then quickly check and see, and that's gonna be it for this series, I think. It's actually been a pretty lengthy bonus video, not gonna lie. I didn't expect to be rambling on as much as I did in this one, but there's just a lot of things to go over. How many skill points do I have in this? I have 18 in this, so double what I had before. Oh, but I don't have the speeding. God, I'm not looking forward to that, but I guess that would be better than... I guess those would be better than the freaking, like, playing through the game. To get all the weapons fully upgraded, this is, like, my 3rd or 4th playthrough of this game, and much as I love it, like, I'm also more than halfway through this game as well, so you need to play it a lot and upgrade it, everything, a lot, because not only do we need to buy a shit ton of things, most of them costing well over 1 million bolts each, we also need to play through, like... We also just gotta, like, upgrade a lot of things as well that cost a lot. It's a lot, really. You get a lot more bolts in this. Like, I even showed in the ice crystal area, we get, like, 2.5 million bolts instead of 2,500 for getting all the crystals in that. So, yeah, that's definitely very, very nice. But, yeah, so... If I do decide to go after all these achievements someday, then I'll let you guys know about that. But until then, and again, that might be a weird stream series in general, because that would essentially be me playing through this game, like, a whole 2nd time, or 3rd time, or 4th time, but we'll kind of determine that at that point. Until then, though, thank you guys for watching this Let's Play. I really love this game, I've said that a lot, but it's true. This is a great game. And I think you guys should definitely give this a chance if you get the choice. With all that being said, thank you for watching this Let's Play. I've been Master Starman, and join me back here next time for a return to a franchise that I haven't touched in a few years, and something that's going to be a partial replay, and yeah. It's something that I'm really looking forward to. I'm not just saying that because I've already pre-recorded a bunch of it already, but we'll definitely look forward to that in a little bit. I'll see you guys for that then. Peace out.